Welcome to Feluccio, home of the Coluccio. Here, we just want you to forget about it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of that show that will not be named. And today, we're going to look at what I'd like to refer to as the Italian aesthetic, and that is pretty much the mindset that I've stumbled upon. Seems to be the basis of every single main character in gangster cinema in general. Basically, what all the main characters seem to be like, and I'm going to start off with The Godfather, of course, of all things. Now, in The Godfather, we have Michael, son of Don Corleone, and Michael starts off good, starts off alright, okay, it's, and then next thing you know, by the way, spoilers, very, very imminent, next thing you know, his brother fucks up twice too many times, so he has his brother shot out on a boat, knows that his daughter's fucking her cousin, and doesn't take extreme measures to make sure that stops happening, or at least, far enough measures to ensure that his family isn't directly, in danger when it comes to his gangster activities. But basically, Michael Corleone fucks up in the face that first thing he does is he breaks all of the rules that his father would have abided by. His father, Don Corleone, knew his shit, knew how to take care of stuff. He knew what he was doing. The entire time, he was perfectly fine. The second Michael steps in, he's like, oh, well, it's new times. We have to adapt to the new times. And that's what brings about his downfall. That's what brings about the choice for him to kill his brother. That's what brings about his daughter's death. And that's what brings about him dying in Sicily at the age of God knows what in a chair. Just falling to the ground, reflecting on how fucking horrible his life has been. And it's his own damn fault because he shied away from the morals, I would say, of his father, which in turn is honestly the whole point of the trilogy, was to show Don Corleone's son's downfall and how the way that they wanted to handle things, and because they weren't in the old way and because they adapted to the new world via conniving, threatening, and death-bringing ways, that they brought about their own defeat. Now, then you have, if we hop over to, basically, I'm gonna be comparing here the big three gangster movies, which were Casino, Goodfellas, and of course, Godfather. Now, moving over to Casino, if you notice, the one thing that Casino differs from when it comes to Goodfellas and The Godfather, and a Bronx Tale and Johnny Brasco, if you want to sum it up into it. And pretty much anything where the gangster is the main character. In Casino, things are handled very differently because the main character, what I like about Robert De Niro in Casino is that he knows what he's about. He has his mindset. He's comfortable with who he is, and no matter what anyone says throughout the entire movie, no matter how much Pesci, fucking downs him, no matter how many times he gives him speeches, tells him, well, back home, so-and-so said this, and they think you're blah, 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 blah. He doesn't care. He's still, no matter what anyone says about him, he still goes about running his business, running his life his own way, and does he have problems with his fucked up wife? Yes, but there are certain road bumps that he hits that I'm positive certain gangsters just can't escape living that kind of life. So, but he handles it good. He even, by the grace of God, he survives a death attempt at the end of the film. So you got to think that on top of all these other gangsters, there was something about, I think his name wasn't Jimmy. His name is Jimmy in Goodfellas. Whoever he played, Thompson or whatever, in Casino, he had his shit together. He had his act together. Whereas you have his polar opposite, his partner, played by Pesci, who does everything completely the wrong way, and near the end of the movie ends up getting his monologue cut off, which starts his execution via bat in a cornfield, which is just, I just think it's funny. I fucking love that movie. But De Niro in Casino, a very good example of what happens when a person takes morals, very good morals, sticks to them, and refuses to budge for anybody. Then, of course, we're moving over to Goodfellas. And in Goodfellas, we got Henry Hill, and the only thing that I really thought it was kind of strange in Goodfellas, because I know it's based on a true story, but looking at it from strictly like a storytelling, character-ish perspective, one thing I found very interesting about that was I love how Henry was so gung-ho about the life. He was so like, my friends, my blah, 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 my business, my this, my that, my this, my blah, blah, blah. And then by the end, we have, he just fucking turns on them just out of fear. He knows they were going to kill him. He knows, like, oh, hey, I want you to go up with so-and-so up here. You're going to go to a meeting or whatever. He knew they were going to fucking kill him. So what other choice did he have? And I thought it was so funny when the ending of Goodfellas, when he's sitting in court and he's pointing them out. He's like, yeah, that's them. I worked for them, so-and-so. And they're all giving him, like, this absolute death stare. And it's like, what do you fuckers think was going to happen? You were going to fucking kill him. Like, I don't know. But basically, it's my whole thought that the Italian gangster mentality in these films is all of them are pieces of shit. Not once throughout the entire, not once after the first Godfather movie did I feel bad for Michael Corleone. Not at all during the movie did I feel bad for Henry Hill. Not at all did I feel bad for Joe Pesci's character in Jimmy. I think it might have been Jimmy. In Casino. Because it was that average piece of shit attitude that just, everything that benefits me is good and everything that is of any benefit to anyone else is no good. And it's that attitude of constantly walking around believing that you could do absolutely anything and that there are absolutely no consequences to anything that you do. I think is one of the shittiest fucking attitudes that a main character can have. And funny enough, as much as that's the attitude that is paraded by the mob in cinema, as much as that's the attitude that's known, every character who portrays that attitude ends up dying. So I just think it's kind of funny where the whole point of everything is, like they said it best in Goodfellas, where he said, if you're part of a crew, it means you can you fuck around with anybody you want, just as long as they aren't a member. But you could pretty much, it's a license to kill, it's a license to do anything. Whereas in all of those three movies, anyone who does that, anyone who fucks around and constantly does this shit, ends up suffering the consequences for it. So I just think it's a very interesting aesthetic to the gangster movies, and one of the main reasons it's all in the ending it all seems to wrap up to poetic justice, and I think that's one of the things that definitely interests me a fuck ton in the movies. So I think that's going to do it. I want to hear what you guys have to say about all the gangster movies. What's your favorite gangster movie? Who's your favorite character? What do you like best about them? I'd like to hear in the comment section below. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. I'll see you all next time. Brian out.